right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and getting down to the last couple months of the year, man. We just don't have time to finish everything that we've had to drink. I mean, you know, I've already got like 2,500 wines on my list. Some people say that Robert Parker tastes 8, 9, 10,000 wines a year. Man, I don't know how he does it, because I take copious notes. I taste everything twice, and we try to do this little show telling you, our wine drinking people, about it. But this one's a little closer to what I actually drank yesterday. We just had Chris and Bubba in, so we're working our way backwards, trying to get caught up on these what I dranks until we cut things off in November. We don't see suppliers here in November and December. We're just too busy selling wine. We sell a lot of wines from Pacific Southern. We have known these guys for a long time. And we got our steel dinner coming up on November 9th. And everything in these guys' portfolio, man, is outstanding. They've got a great little family-owned winery called Truchard, which is down in Carneros. And these guys sell most of their fruit. But I'll tell you, every time I taste their wines, I'm reminded why these guys, some of the best value coming out of Napa today. This 2015 Rousanne for $21.50. Are you kidding me? All estate-grown fruit, a classic nose of Rousanne, lovely honeysuckle, apricot, peach, a lovely rich tropical fruit here. They only make about 400 cases of this wine. Thick and viscous on the tongue, a slightly oily texture, but lovely freshness and balance in this wine. Lovely floral notes and a lot of juicy fruit here in the middle. Excellent juice. Morgan, another great producer that sometimes we forget about, man. They have been around in the Monterey Peninsula since the 70s. And this Double L Vineyard, man, if you like big, rich, over-the-top California-style Chardonnays, this is all that, and a butterscotch candy, man. It's got that lovely tropical fruit, vanilla bean creme brulee, and more on the nose. And lovely, rich, creamy texture on the palate. That butterscotch candy-like quality coming through on the finish. Most excellent juice. Like I said, they don't make a lot of these overblown Chardonnays in California anymore. You got to work to find them, and that is just that. And then we've got D. Wade, his new wine. That's right, we had the $20 version, which was okay, but this is the $90 wine, which... $100, whatever, man. This is made by Jason Paulmeyer, in cahoots with him, and mostly sold in China, believe it or not. And they just make a few hundred cases of this wine, 350 for the world, and it's got a good amount of fresh earth. This comes from that Waters Ranch. Jason Paulmeyer's got great grapes. He's got good juice. He's not going to put his name on a bottle just to be hanging around with D. Wade, man. The wine is going to be good if he's got his signature on the back of it. And this wine, classic Napa Valley, dark currants, cassis berry fruit, fine herbs, tobacco spice, dark chocolate, soy. Not your tutti frutti Cabernet. Wine's got elegance, and all 5 Bordeaux varietals in the mix. This 2012 vintage showing very smooth, very balanced, and even drinkable right now. But this wine will last for at least a decade in your cellar. Excellent juice at $93. All right, and that's the first vintage. If you want to get on the ground floor of that, start collecting one of our star athletes here in South Florida's wine, the 2012, the inaugural vintage. All right, the Round Pond wine's up next. It's the largest grower in Rutherford, and they own 11% of the appellation. And these guys, their reserve wine, I don't know, they probably make some single vineyards that are above this, still in the $100 price range. You know, if I could say that's a value, it's definitely a value if you look at Napa wines. This wine's $108. It's made by Thomas Rivers Brown, one of the top wine consultants in Napa Valley, and it is awesome, man. Most excellent, as is the Rutherford. And this guy's got a lovely dark currant and plum fruit, a nice hint of that Rutherford dust, fine herbs, a little milk chocolate, nice complexity on the nose, big and chewy wine on the tongue, lots of that rich dark currant and berry fruit, and a nice amount of acidity. These 2013s have got a lot of depth and richness, and they're going to need a little bit of time, a little bit of that Rutherford dust coming through at the end. And the reserve, man, just 2 times that wine, really big and layered. And this vineyard, some of them used to go into the Old George de la Tours, and 382 acres they've got to pick from. This is the best Cabernet from the best vineyard sites, the best barrels, and like I said, just like the Rutherford ×2, most excellent juice, one of the best wines I've had this year for $100 or less. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, just saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.